Hello, I'm Jane Dutton with a wrap of the week's news. Italy is preparing for a major security operation for the Pope's funeral tomorrow as world leaders arrive in Rome. Pope Francis has been lying in state in St. Peter's Basilica since Wednesday. Thousands of pilgrims have been streaming past his body. Several candidates are being touted as next in line to lead the Catholic Church's 1.8 billion followers. The Pope has been remembered in churches across the world. Here in South Africa, Cardinal Stephen Brislin has described the Pope as the most abused Pope in the modern era. The 266th leader of the Roman Catholic Church sparked both admiration and controversy during his 12-year papacy. While he was lauded by many as a reformer and pushing the church in a more progressive direction for addressing issues such as climate change, LGBTQI+, inclusion and economic inequality, some conservative voices within the church accused the Pope of straying from traditional Catholic doctrine. Francis died on Monday at the age of 88 after suffering a stroke.
Pope Francis was probably the Pope who received the most abuse in the modern era, sadly very often from within the Catholic Church rather than from without.
Police Minister Senzo Mchunu says that he is prepared to apologize to the principal of Matatiele School where a 7-year-old child was raped. Mchunu admitted that the headmaster was falsely identified as a suspect in the rape of the minor. In the letter seen by Eyewitness News to lobby group AfriForum, which has been representing the man, the minister says that he takes full responsibility for the statement that fingered the man, but adds that he had no intention of defaming the head of the school. Emergency service teams are on high alert in KZN following another weather warning. Durban is facing a level 4 warning of widespread showers and storms. Heavy rainfall in Gauteng led to parts of the Vaal flooding.
We are standing along the Vaal River, where community members have been urged to evacuate because of the rising water levels in the dam and the risk that it poses for flooding.
So we get the general warnings that are going around on social media. The difficult part of these flood warnings is they're not area specific. Our area was not affected at all or minimally.
While some residents are complaining that the warnings from the department are not specific enough, others are saying they have received no warnings, which does not allow them time to prepare or to evacuate. Jabuli Limbata, Eyewitness News.
A party of extortionists has failed to serve South Africans on a very important matter of national interest. So South Africans, don't be misled.
That's what Patriotic Alliance leader Kenny Kunene thinks of the DA after it claimed victory for the reversal of the VAT increase. Despite the move not to increase VAT by 0.5% next month, the DA says the issue isn't over. The party's Federal Council chairperson Helen Zille says they were now expecting Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana and the National Treasury to provide the party with a full settlement proposal in court.
There were two main respondents in our case. Number one, the Minister and obviously the Department of Finance. And two, Parliament. We have to seek a settlement agreement with both before we can say that we have beaten this VAT increase. So it's important for us to say that while victory is a nose length away, we still have to cross the finishing line.
National Treasury's plan to address its revenue shortfall through additional collections from SARS has been supported by various political parties, both within and outside the executive. And while the reversal of the VAT hike is expected to create a 75 billion rand revenue gap over the medium term, National Treasury says enhanced revenue collection by SARS will be explored to bridge the shortfall. Tax and budget policy researcher at the Institute for Economic Justice, Zimbali Mkube, says reversing tax rebates could also go a long way.
If they could be reversed, the government could also raise revenue very easily, and 75 billion would be covered by that.
This is all after news that inflation has eased for the first time in 5 months. It's down to 2.7% in March from 3.2% the previous month. Researcher Jabulani Mzalia has said there were glaring inconsistencies in the affidavits submitted by the men who allegedly witnessed the death of ANC stalwart Chief Albert Luthuli. Mzalia is currently testifying at the KwaZulu-Natal High Court in Pietermaritzburg, which is hearing the reopened inquest into Luthuli's death. Luthuli died in 1967 with an inquest at the time ruling that his death was accidental, saying he was hit by a steam train.
It seems to me that those who could have flipped the page and not told the story according to what had been said by the railway officials were not called to testify.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has called the visit by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a key turning point in strengthening the bilateral ties between the two countries. Zelensky arrived in Pretoria on Thursday for a working visit. This is the first time a head of state from Ukraine has visited South Africa since the formalization of diplomatic channels between the two nations 33 years ago.
Because of the links that we have had with Ukraine and himself, we thought it wise that he should come. This official working visit reflects our shared commitment to enhancing bilateral relations between our two countries for the benefit of our peoples. This, in many ways, is a historic visit because this is the first time the head of state of Ukraine is visiting South Africa in the 33 years since we established formal diplomatic relations between South Africa and Ukraine.
We are thankful for your support of Ukraine, for you sharing our understanding that this war has to be ended as soon as possible. This was our primary topic to discuss with President Ramaphosa when he had been on a visit to Ukraine. I remember him saying those very important words about the need to reach a ceasefire as soon as possible, an unconditional ceasefire. I agreed to it. I said that everything depends on Russia's intention and desire, because it is in Moscow where they have to make a decision on silence, making relevant orders to the Russian army.
Ramaphosa also confirmed that he had spoken to the US President Donald Trump on the phone ahead of this visit, and the two would be meeting soon. The family of the man accused of torching the Usindiso building in Johannesburg CBD is struggling to come to terms with what he may or may not have done. 31-year-old Stembiso Ndadloze is standing trial at the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court, facing arson, murder and attempted murder charges. While he previously confessed to starting the blaze that killed 76 people, he has applied to withdraw his confession. His cross-examination was postponed after he complained about his mental and emotional well-being.
Somehow we have to even fight for a place to sleep. There's a lot of commotion, a lot of noise, so there's no peace of mind. So I've hardly had any time to prepare. I've got that sense of fear that they think maybe we are running from something, so let me just address the public myself. So I'm asking for up until Tuesday so that I can rest. Obviously, in a case like this is a fight of my life, make no mistake. I'm fighting for my life here.
Two devastating fires at a very important hospital. Ekurhuleni Emergency Services say an unknown number of patient files have been destroyed in a fire at Tembisa Hospital, further compounding the health facility's operational challenges. Wednesday's blaze broke out in the outpatient unit. It mirrors Saturday night's fire that gutted the emergency department. Large sections of the hospital are now closed and patients in need are being directed.
Well, I was admitted on Friday, but I came yesterday, no help. Monday, no help. Sunday, no help. They said certain sections of the hospital are operational, but we don't see that.
Because of the reality of what has happened, some services have to be tampered with. So at this stage, this hospital is not in a position to take emergencies. So the services which are now completely diverted, it's emergency services. So ambulance services, our emergency ambulances are being diverted to other neighboring hospitals.
So it might be the richest square mile in Africa, but Sandton is riddled with potholes and broken traffic lights. Step in Prime Media, outdoor, to help fix some of the city's problems. The city's road agency held a signing ceremony with Prime Media at one of the city's major intersections between Winnie Mandela and Santon Drive to officially launch the initiative. The partnership aims to ensure traffic lights remain operational during power outages, minimize disruptions to traffic flow, and enhance alternative power solutions and innovative technologies.
Through these kind of partnerships, we're able to make sure that we have seamless traffic. You all know that if traffic signals are not working, there's a whole lot of things that happen. You find people having road rages, they become impatient, they smash and grabs. But with this assistance and partnership, we'll make sure that there's traffic flow.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download the EWN app and enjoy your long weekend.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.